All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. Going to UFC Fight Night Florida. Cortney Casey 8-7 versus Mara Romero-Borella, coming in at 12-7 in the flyweight division. Flyweight debut for Cortney Casey, who spent all of her UFC tenure down at strawweight. So these two come out and short exchange at range that to me seemed kind of even, and then Romero-Borella decided to initiate the clinch, which first thing I thought of as soon as she initiated the clinch with Casey, I said, well, she must have been, doing her homework on Casey, because Casey traditionally does not do well in the clinch. In fact, most of her fights that she's lost because she spent too much time in the clinch not winning. A little bit of some pummeling work on the cage there, slight position change, and then Borella drops down for a body lock and drags Casey down to the ground. Casey immediately locks up her guard, starts going high with it. She did very well, seemed very composed on the bottom, didn't, panic at all like some fighters tend to do. Locks up an armbar, and which Borella managed to escape. Borella backed off and then immediately went right back into the same spot that she left, which is probably one of the biggest derps I've seen lately in a fight. And Casey locks on another straight arm bar. This time it's tight. Borella taps out and screams in pain. Referee stops it, voiding the win to Cortney Casey by submission via straight arm bar at 3 minutes, 36 seconds of the first round. Very nice win for Cortney Casey. She's underrated as far as her ground game goes. When she's working on her back, she actually has a very workable guard game that goes underrated. Very nice to see there. Borella just wasn't using her head when she was on the ground. She, like I said, she got out of the first armbar, backed off for a second, and then immediately went right back into the same position, allowing Casey to lock up that armbar. Just, yeah. Anyway, things to work on for Borella. Well, I'm going to go straight to what got her in trouble. Don't jump right back in to trouble spots. I think she just wasn't thinking. She was just acting without stopping to think for a moment. Just a dumb mistake there. As for Casey, clinch work, clinch work, clinch work. If you're going to spend so much time in the clinch, you better get good at it. I mean, she never really did at strawweight. Now at flyweight, I think is a good time to work on it some more. I mean, not that she did anything wrong in the clinch in this fight. It's just that it's something that's always there for her to work on in every fight. Other than that, I mean, she did phenomenal off of her back. As for fights to make, for Cortney Casey, she always was able to hang with the 11 to 15 ranked fighters at strawweight. So I say put her in against some of the lower ranked fighters at flyweight now. I think she'll have a very easy time there at flyweight. It's just not as deep as the strawweight division is. So a couple examples I came up with is Polyana Battaglia or Molly McCann. They're the two lowest ranked fighters right now at flyweight. I think Cortney Casey would make for a fun matchup with either of those two. As for Mara Romero-Borella, well, Invicta could always use flyweights, and when Bellator comes back, they could always use experienced flyweights as well. I just don't think she's cut out for the UFC. Go get some experience. Go get some more fights in elsewhere. Get some wins, and then she could possibly come back. I mean, it's worked for other fighters. It could work for her if she works on the things that she needs to work on. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the fight. Nice little first round finish there for the flyweights. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And hey, what are you waiting for? If you haven't yet, subscribe to WMMA Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.